This is McCook's Mr. Bill. It's an honor to have you here. And yeah, it's Christmas time. About a dozen years ago, I paid 10 cents at a yard sale for this Christmas tree, and it has served us well all that time. Don't you wish the government and the rich people could spend a dime and get that kind of use out of it? But again, they ain't spending their money, so what do they care, right? I mean, they don't have any souls, but you do. And it's Christmas time, and you want to be in the season of giving, right? We all want to give something, but we don't want to give them something that's just going to set on the wall and collect dust, or something that you give them they're going to turn around and put on their yard sale this next summer. You don't want that. No, not hardly. And so what are some ideas? Now, I understand back when I was a kid, things were different. My parents came up to me one day and they said, Billy, back then, Billy, what would you like for Christmas? Would you like a toy gun? And I said, why would I want a toy gun? And I went over and I got this yardstick, or a yardstick, if you will, and I said, that's my gun. And I said, it can be a muzzle-loading flintlock Daniel Boone gun. It could be a Stagecoach double-barreled Stagecoach shotgun. It could be a Tommy gun. It could be a BAR, Browning automatic rifle. It could do all sorts of things in my mind, it could. And it could be a broadsword, or it could be a bow. All sorts of things in my imagination I made. It's sad that times have changed and children have the internet so swallowed up by that they don't think for themselves anymore. But you're here to try to figure out some Christmas gifts. Well, you could get them a good camp axe for people, but I found most people don't use a camp axe very well. I said they don't use it very well. The next step is something in a good sharp item is a machete. But machetes are not as good as they pretend to be. I kid you not. I had a relative chopping brambles with it, brush if you will, and grabbed it and would try to chop, and his swing missed and it cut his hand, almost cut his hand off. I'm here to tell you, they are dangerous, and there are, in my humble opinion, there are better things that you can use. Now, I bought a few of these in my time, and I'm giving a couple more for Christmas gifts this year. And this is made from Steel Company, and it's a two-handed machete. A two-handed machete. It is well built. They don't build junk, that company, I'm here to tell you. For a $20 bill, a little over that, I guess, it will do so much. For half the power it takes to swing this one, this does the cutting quite well. And it lasts, and it's a powerful tool. Something that you might consider for those cutting jobs. Of course, I and a lot of people like to garden, and getting garden supplies like this, these little peat pots to start garden seed in early to try to beat the season a little bit, is always appreciated by gardeners, no question. So that's something you might consider. If you got shooters in your family, get them targets. These explode and make the bullet holes bigger and easier to see, and are fun to shoot. And there's 60 in this pack, and rest assured, this is stuff that they would use if you have shooters in your family. Or, speaking of shooting, maybe some people would like to get into shooting, but they don't want to buy a firearm. They are afraid of it. And so a good one to get is a $30 BB pistol. Still dangerous. You still want eye protection for you and any of the shooters or people around you watching, but a good little BB gun teaches you trajectory and the safety handling of firearms in general. A BB gun, and also it's quiet and can be used in a lot of places that a firearm could not. There is some. Now, I understand a lot of people buy people knives. I would tell you that most of us guys already have every knife in the world, and we don't need an extra knife when we already have 200. So buying people knives really, in my humble opinion, has never been appreciated too much by most people because they already have them. If you want to get something that people like, get lighters, the long-nosed lighters that reach out there and keep you from getting burnt like the little lighters when you're starting a fire, or you're lighting candles, or whatever you might be doing. This, almost everybody, I said almost everybody, would really appreciate something like this for, again, a $5 bill or less. Keep it in mind. Okay, next that I would show you is this little critter. It's a gold pan. You've seen a few of them on television nowadays. It seems to be getting back into vogue. But those of us who have panned for gold for decades, they have always been around. And if you think by chance you're just hunting for gold, then you haven't got it. Put some magnets in there and be also on the side hunting for meteorites. Did you know meteorites on an ounce per ounce basis can be worth more than gold? Meteorites can be worth more than gold. Keep that in mind. And, of course, you're also looking for arrowheads and all sorts of other things. Don't be tunnel vision just looking for gold. And these pans, for a few dollars, you can give these to people, and they say, well, they are going to Alaska or going to the mountains. Again, I'm here on the Republican River in Nebraska, and I've been hunting and found some very interesting stuff over the years, I'm here to tell you. And now, if you think it's just for panning in the river and shaking and looking for the ultimate prize, a lottery, if you will, you'd be mistaken. My pan, you bet, it has utilized all sorts of things. Last count, I had 36 different things that I had used this pan for. 36 different things. Again, you can get them for under a $10 bill, even clear down to $5, depending on what quality you want out of them, and they are worth every penny. And it will be a great conversation piece for anybody that you give it to. So, a gold pan, keep that in mind. Here's some of the Christmas presents and things that you might consider for Christmas. Look outside the box, and don't buy them something that they're going to put on a yard sale next summer, right? Rate this film.